Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I wanted to have this kind of easy chatty video, and I wanted to talk to you about the price increases of fragrances. And I know that price increase in fragrances isn't actually that of important topic, having everything that is happening around the globe now. I'm not gonna go into details, but you know what's going on. And because if I talk about this on my channel, I might get demonetized, and if I do, it's kind of very important I get some of money so I can spend them on fragrances, just like a free money to spend on fragrances. Anyway, let's talk about price increases of fragrances and of the brands. And I do have receipts. These are like confirmations from my purchases online. So I did make a table. I'm gonna insert the table into this video so you can kind of follow what I'm reading out, and just a price comparison of some fragrances. I do have a niche, I do have kind of a regular luxe fragrance, and also luxe fragrance but like a smaller one. You will see. So I'm gonna start saying that we have all noticed the crazy increase of prices in fragrances. It's like it just can't be unnoticed. It just can't be unnoticed. And for us fragrance lovers, it's kind of offensive. I mean, fragrance isn't a necessary thing for our survival or even for our kind of everyday living. We know we love fragrances. I love fragrances. I love using them. I use them daily, actually even more than daily. I change them. But for my survival, for my happy life, fragrances, it isn't an essential thing. So I just wanted to go out with this. And I know that so many influencers, they say that I wouldn't be able to function without the fragrance. You would be able to do that, dear. Just try. It's not a hard task. So I mean, as much as I love fragrances, I do understand it's not an essential part for my living, for my life, and for my survival. So having said that, obviously we all like to pay a bit less. So I have to tell you, I have not bought a fragrance in a while without a discount code of any sort, like 5% off, 10% off, that are very common on the websites, or with the gift with purchase of some kind of other benefit, because I do think that we can always get this price a bit down, right? It will not hurt. So let's talk about this. We're just gonna get it out of our way. So I will insert the table here so we can see that we have Chanel Paris Riviera, which is this guy here, which is a beautiful fragrance. I still have it, as you can see. I'm using it, but I do have a lot of fragrances. So I mean, it's kind of hard to use all fragrances. So this one is Paris Riviera. I have to say it's a nice fragrance. It's nothing special, really. At the time when I bought it, I've paid for this fragrance, for 50 ml, for this size, I have paid 89 euro, and all the prices are in euro, and VATs included. It's not like in some countries that it's not included. You have to pay it depending on where you live. It's included, 89. And now if you see, like 2 years after, it's 112 euro. I didn't include percentages on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose because in percentages is one thing, and the percentage is like it's varying from 1 year to another. But if we talk like money, it's kind of more visual in my opinion. So we have quite an increase of 23 euro in just 2 years, and it's a lot. Next one, we have Gautier, and this is Gautier 2, and this is the 15 ml, so it's a mini size, and it's just in 1 year an increase in €5. So I have to be honest with you, I'm not mad about this increase, because we have 15 ml of product, we have a sprayer, and kind of and Gautier, we all know and love Gautier, and it's kind of a luxury brand, right? So if we compare this fragrance to the likes, like for example, Yves Saint Laurent, and this is Libre, this is 10 ml and it has a sprayer and 10 ml, and the price of this one varies from anywhere from 29 to 35. It depends on where you get it. I do have some other examples, like for example this Gucci Flora, and this is 29.90, and this is 10 ml. Again, this one is Alien Extra Intense, and this one is 10 ml, and this one is, I think it's 37. So I'm not mad about this increase, I have to be honest with you, and I actually like this bottle more than this kind of taller bottles, and I do think that the glass on this one is quite a bit thicker. So next one is Shalimar Millésime Tonka, and I did get this fragrance, and it was 2022, it was in October. And I paid for it like €95. And now they haven't launched the Millésime for 2025, because they have launched the Shalimar, the Jubilee Shalimar. But in 2022 I've paid 95, and in 2024 they had another Millésime, I don't remember, and it was €120. So it was the increment in 2 years. It was €25. The price has gone up, and I don't have this Millésime Tonka to show you, because I have got the Millésime Tonka and I have got the Millésime that was after it, and I have sold both of them. I didn't like them. I sold it for the same amount of money that I got it. I didn't have any profit, because it turns out that if you wanna sell it like immediately, you kind of actually losing a bit of money. I just didn't want to make it sit and to make it like macerate and let the time pass, and then maybe in 2, 3, 4, 5 years to sell it, then the price would be much higher. But I just wanted to get rid of it. I didn't like it. I don't like Shalimar. Don't come for me. It's an beautiful fragrance for some other people. For me, it's not a fragrance I want to wear. I have just one Shalimar, which is the Souffle de Parfum, but it has nothing to do with the classic Shalimar. It's completely different. So, and the last one, which is MFK, so that is Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and if you know, they do have this wardrobe that you can actually compose. It's either 2 or it's 4 fragrances, 11 ml each fragrance, and you just compose your wardrobe. So I did get 2 fragrances, that was namely 724 and Grand Soir. I don't have Grand Soir, but I just brought other fragrances. So basically, essentially, they look like that. They come without the packaging. They come in this kind of teeny tiny box. It's not like they come without the packaging. They come in the packaging, but it's like it's in the box. They are in their boxes, but they are not. They don't have plastic on them. I think, yeah, they don't. So for these two, well, for 724 and for Grand Soir, this one isn't Grand Soir, this one is Amiris Femme, which I like, it's very beautiful. I have paid €65. If you would choose Grand Soir and 724 now, you would have to pay €84. So it's 2022 as opposed to 2025. We have the increase of €19 in 3 years, and they also had increased the price of their like discovery set, when you can choose 4 samples, and it's just gone like 10 years, 10 euro, you know, up. So anyway, so you can see the prices has gone up like really, really much. And I don't like it, but what can we do? What is the acceptable price for you? Please do tell me. For me, I still live by this kind of rule that an acceptable price for me of the fragrances, and you can see on the background, I have the like expensive fragrances and then a more affordable one. So when I'm just looking at the fragrance, the ratio 1 to 1 is fine. It's the ratio that I'm aiming for, and trust me, you can still get the fragrances like that. 1 to 1 means that €1, 1 milliliter, and you can still get them, and they will be beautiful, brilliant fragrances like these ones. Some of the Elizabeth Arden fragrances, they are just fantastic, and you can buy them €1, 1 milliliter, or even much less than that. Or like recently, I was very lucky. Well, not recently, in May, I have got a fragrance which is a vanilla fragrance. Vanilla, you know, the newest fragrance from Lancome in their La Nuit line. I don't know why I didn't get it. Anyway, it's there. And I have actually made a review about the fragrance, and I will insert it here. So I have paid for this fragrance, and this is a 30 ml bottle. I have paid for it something like 34 something, like €35, which is, I think it's a fantastic deal. Granted that it was a new fragrance, it just come out like a couple of months prior to that. So anyway, we can always find offers, we can also always find, you know, good deals. And unfortunately, you know, I've been shopping on some overseas websites like from the States, but now I don't shop there anymore because it's expensive to import it to Europe. And depending on the country, obviously, if you live in the Nordics, it's even more expensive. So you have to pay a lot of VAT on that, and you know, import taxes, and then on top of that some other taxes so anyway, it got expensive, and it doesn't really have any point anymore. I mean, if I go in a store and I have some kind of discount, let's say like 20-25% discount, I probably pay a little bit more than I would have paid with all the taxes and all this shipping costs, but it's gonna be just a little teeny tiny more than that, and I don't have a problem. I just go ahead and I get it from a store. So anyway, prices are crazy, and especially I wanted to tell you about, you know, just recently I was thinking, what is good and new in Advent calendar world in terms of fragrances, and I have stumbled upon Byredo. And I have a kind of funny relationship with Byredo. I have tried the majority of these fragrances, and I was never a fan. I was never, you know, impressed by them. And I remember my first meeting of Byredo fragrances. Well, I was actually at in Stockholm. I was there. I was just going around the city. It's a beautiful city. If you have never been to Stockholm, you should go. It's a beautiful, wonderful Nordic city. So, and I went to this I believe it was Åhléns, you know, the department store. And on the first floor, the ground floor, they had this beautiful, you know, fragrance counters, and that was Byredo. And I've tried this, and you know, they are pretty fragrances. I can say that, but I was not, you know, starstruck. I was not like in love with these fragrances, and it kind of continues up to this day. It's probably not my brand. I've tried all of this, almost all of the fragrances, but yeah, nothing really caught my eye. And they have an advent calendar, and it's a beauty of €715. 715, it's 715 euro. And we have 24 things there. I'm gonna insert the picture. 24 24, 25, I think it's 24 things in there, and we have this kind of a lot of mini sizes, too much of mini sizes. We have full bottle of fragrance, I don't know which one because they don't really share the contents of it, but looking at the picture, and you can actually Google it, it's on the official website, you will see that the majority of it is like mini sizes, and just one thing that is in full size, and also the wig trimmer, and also some other things, but they are like, if you would buy them separately, first of all, you might not even want to buy all of this separately. So I mean, this is a advent calendar, it is for die-hard fans and die-hard lovers of unpacking advent calendars, because I just can't justify the price. The price is too high. And also the price of the worst so far, well, the worst so far of all the times, and I don't think that there's gonna be anyone who would beat it, is Chanel. Chanel did us dirty. It was like 800 euros, something like that. The advent calendar, it just came once, and they never repeated it. And good, it was good that they never repeated that. It was full of these trinkets that are like gift with purchases kind of things, and it was completely awful. It was like a mocking on these on your customers. And they did have a couple of I do think they did have a soap, and also little fragrances, like 35 ml fragrance, and then the rest of it was like sample sizes, like too much. And then Guerlain, they have beautiful calendars. They have beautifully arranged calendars, and they have beautiful boxes. But I mean, let's get real here, people. Who uses an advent calendar boxes? They are bulky, they are big. I've tried it. I remember I had my Sephora favorites advent calendar. I don't remember which year was that. It was the year when the calendar was kind of green and golden, and it was bulky. It's not sustainable to put it on the table, on the dressing table. It's too big. But anyway, Guerlain, they have a beautiful calendar which has only one full size, and the price of it is 620 euro. I get the craftsmanship, I get all of it, and I get all the excitement of unwrapping every single day. I do get it, all of it. But to put in this kind of expensive calendar just one lipstick, which is the final day, I'm sorry for the spoiler if you're gonna buy this one, it's gonna be a lipstick. So it's too much. It's too much, because they do have this like mini bottles of their more expensive line, and they have like 7 ml of some kind of skincare, and I've tried their skincare. It's very expensive. Does it do anything? I mean, it might. It just softens the skin. It's like, but the point is, there is a lot of money. Do put a serum, a full size serum. Do put a full size your exceptional cream. Something more than a lipstick or a fragrance. Something more than that. I mean, and there are some calendars that, in my opinion, they are worth it. Like, for example, the Look Fantastic calendar with the fragrance calendar. I'm talking about the fragrance calendars. Look Fantastic fragrance calendar this year. I was just not aware that it's there. Otherwise I would have bought it. I was not aware. I saw it, but it was already sold out, and it was beautiful. It was fantastic. Then it has also the Skins calendar, advent calendar. It has the mixture of fragrances, a beautiful one, but the fragrance that is supposed to be like the star of the show is the fragrance that I do have in a sample, and it's a pretty fragrance, but I wouldn't want it. Should it be any other fragrance of this line, I would have bought the calendar. So there's quite a few that are kind of fine calendars, but yeah, So the prices are definitely up. And you know what, when people start saying that, well, you don't appreciate the craftsmanship should be paid for. Of course it should be paid for, of course, and I'm all for it. But then if we come to this kind of to the core, I don't really care for the craftsmanship. I do care about it only when I open it up and it's very beautiful, it's pleasing to the eye, but then I do not reuse it. And I do know it should be recompensated, but then, I wouldn't want to pay for something that I will just use, or like not even use, that I will just look at it just one time and I'm gonna put it away. Or better, which is what I would do, I would throw it away. This is what I typically do with all the packaging. So I mean, I do know that we pay for, and we came to the era when we pay for the branding, we pay for the packaging, we pay for the advertisement, we pay for the model that is advertising, and I do understand all of it. But I just don't want to pay for the things that, like the packaging, some packaging. And I've been to Pitti Fragranze just recently, and they have a very beautiful, very nice packaging, but then you understand that realistically you pay for this, you pay for the juice as well, but the bigger money you pay for the advertisement, for the campaign, but then you pay for the packaging that you don't really need all that much. If you would put it in the simple bottle, I would get it, because I don't care about sophisticated, elaborate bottles, because I do not show them off. The fragrances are there for me, for my usage. So I don't really care if I spray from the bottle, this is just glass bottle and a simple cap, or a bottle that has like some Swarovski on it. Don't really care. I never cared for this thing. And I think that these kind of price increases that are like going out of the hand, they have done also this, they have contributed to this popularity of fragrances from the Middle East. And I'm not saying that all of them are bad. No, some of them are very, very good. The brand didn't tell me to show it off. I was at Pitti, as I've just said, and the brand has gifted me this discovery set. And these are very nice. These are very nice fragrances. Not all of them I like, because not all of them are my taste, but some of them are really, really pretty. And and also, so here we are, and this is a Unique Luxury, and some of them are very, very pretty. And so other brands like Kajal, it's a beautiful brand and they do have beautiful fragrances, but again, not of them I like, not all of them I do like, because some of them are really, really heavy. So but there's some brands that are like really inexpensive brands, and I've tried all of them, like Lattafa, like some other, the Paris Corner, I guess, I don't remember. So, and they are flat. They just they're nothing in particular, they're nothing beautiful in my opinion. Again, not all Middle Eastern fragrances are like that, and I have made a video about Middle Eastern fragrances and my opinions on them. But most definitely this high price increase and this frequent price increases have contributed to this out of the hand Middle Eastern fragrances, and also this dupe culture, that you can go in the store and you get the fragrances that kind of reminiscent of the fragrance that is more expensive, which is this is the thing that I do not support at all. At least Lattafa, they are inspired by the fragrance, but they don't really copy it all that much. Well, they do copy it, but they don't say that it's this copy. And in those fragrance stores, you just go there and you ask, do you have a copy of this one? And they will tell you, yes, here you go. And I can't stand behind it. It's horrible, in my opinion. It just takes this creativity, and it takes all the craftsmanship that we are supposed to pay. But I much prefer to pay for the craftsmanship and for the fragrance than for the craftsmanship and for the packaging. So yeah, I do think that that is all, and I also wanted to say that there's some brands. Now off the top of my head, I just can't remember just one brand that did it, but I'm sure there were some other that before the increasing of the prices, like they announced the increasing of the prices and they sent the email. I remember I got the email from Juliet Has a Gun, and they were saying that, dear valued customer, we are going to have price increase, so if you are interested in getting our fragrances, this is the time. You will get like additional 10% off or like whatever. And the tote bag, I remember it was a tote bag or some other samples. Anyway, it was a good deal to go ahead and buy the fragrances now at a lower price and then get an extra discount. So I do like this kind of attitude towards customers, because it feels like we are not just the money cows for them, but also really valued customers. So yeah, do let me know what you think about the price increases. Have you noticed it? What are the fragrances and what are the prices that you are able and willing to pay, like top of what you want to pay? And yeah, I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.